How you guys doing? I'm going to do this one myself. I'm videotaping this myself, so I'm on a tripod. This is going to be a 5.5 gallon P metallica enclosure. Basically, it's the small one I had in the cube, and she needs to go in here now. Needs a bigger one. So basically, it's a 5-gallon tank with the plexiglass lid, trenchlocages.com vents, and yeah, just normal backdrop I always use. I don't see any need to change it. It looks fine to me. So basically, I went out in the woods today and got this piece of wood right here. And let me scoot back a little bit here. Trying to adjust to where I can see. Okay. Yeah, basically I just went out in the woods, cut this off. I think it looked good in there because it'll sit nice and straight. It's kind of a tutorial. It's you gotta find your own pieces of wood is the key. Basically, I will glue this in place. Probably add some moss to this. Probably be the next step or two. But this is going to be the hide. She's not very big. She's only like 4.5, 5 inches at most. So basically, here's a piece of bark. You just glue it. You know, make a cone. Almost like, that's all I do actually. I make glue it together at the seams. You know, lay it down. Take your glue gun and glue on the seams. And after that, I'll put moss to hide this, and just put moss where I think it look natural, and that'll be the next step. This is pretty much just a setup step, just getting everything, planning it. And the way I planned it is messing with this a little bit. This can be angled to where this. So I kind of, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me move it up a little bit here. Tank's a lot easier to move the tripod actually. Actually, this sits pretty flush with this. So I mean, it's yeah. I could probably zoom in a little bit. It's kind of weird doing it without my wife. Hey, that's all right though. Makes it more interesting. Here we go. A little bit of zoom. A little blurry, but it's all right. You can see what I'm saying. See how the way it wraps is perfect. We can glue it to here. We'll have dirt in the back. I don't have plants yet. I have them on order, so this will look a little bare at first, but I think she'll like it. One thing I don't like to do with my pokies is put things in the back like this, because then they go behind here and you never see them. So instead I go like this, and they always use the hide. So that's just my preference. I mean, some may do it different. I'm thinking something like this. Put some moss going up the tree, a little moss on the side. Not too much moss on this hide because of the fact that you're only seeing the front of it. You want to angle it down. I'll put some moss here. Yeah. We can also turn it this way. Actually, I like that way better. It's darker. As you can see, it's got more overhang on it. I like to have overhang on it that way. She could probably lay a sack in there if I was the rear, but I'll probably more than likely change this hide out. She'll go in a 10-gallon when she molts another 1 or 2 times anyway. But I think this will look good like this. Yeah, it's a little mini tutorial, but it'll be fun putting her in by myself. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, you guys that do it by yourself, man, I gotta give you some credit. It's a little harder than normal. Yeah, I think that'll look good right there. But the next vid is gonna be probably putting decor on. Putting moss on, gluing this down, all that. All right, guys. How you guys doing? This next part is decorating your decor. I've already done the hide because evidently I can't do everything on video, but I can kind of see what's going on here. Basically, I just take it and I just put it where I think it should go. You don't want it all in one spot, but there's this. I like it real thin. I don't like it fluffy because it'll fall off into your enclosure and it's all over the dirt, which isn't really a bad thing, but yeah, this stuff's pretty good. It doesn't collect. I've never had mold grow on this ever, and I mean this room's at 85% humidity, and I missed some of the tanks. Quite frankly, some I don't. But yeah, basically, and this one I started, but I was just gonna do a little piece. This is the centerpiece. I don't know. Yeah, the camera's kind of far back, but this is the centerpiece right here. So let's do it flat. It's gonna sit like this. It'll sit like this. Yeah, let's do it like this. Okay, so what I do is see this part, it's going to be showing, I want it to kind of come up and I want the moss to come around. You don't put the glue in one spot. You kind of just go back and forth where you want it to go. I like to taper it down to this part. Go up here a little bit. Do a little bit of sections at a time. I don't do the back because you'll never see it. There's no point in putting it there. I cut up the moss with scissors so it's like a dust almost. Throw it on there. And yes, I have been burned. You know what this looks like sitting here, right? Trust me, it's not. My tarantulas act a lot different. And I'll tap it. See, the dust is almost better. Then I'll start trimming. See any of the high spots? Any high spots, just trim it off. That's how I do it. It's nice, and that way if they grab a hold of it, they won't fall off either. This glue holds it pretty good, leather than you might think. If this dust is a little too dusty, I'll use this stuff here. But that's actually neat looking. The way that actually, I like the dust. It's not too bad actually. And up in here, put a little bit up here, right at the tip. You don't want to cover the whole thing in moss, but I like moss. I think it adds a huge. There's some wood chips in there. That's alright. We do our water bowls with this too. I actually don't do those anymore. I use clear plastic ones because the isopods climb up and drown, but I trim it so it's kind of flat. Let it dry for about 10 minutes because the stuff dries quick. General hot glue is all I use. Get it at Walmart. And no, humidity just hasn't affected it with me. That Blondie tank behind me is 2 years old, or maybe more, I don't know. And it's still holding, so. Put a little there, because that's dusty. Basically a flat moss. You want a thick part right before it might look good. I don't know. Just kind of use your eye. I don't know. That's what I do. Then I'll take it like that. I hear a lot of tapping. There's 7 mature males in with 7 females right now, so it's kind of like crazy. They probably don't even know what's going on in there. Put a little on the top, which is probably not necessary. Probably never see it. On the back, I don't put it on the back. There's no reason to. Because it's going to sit like this. Why would you put it on the back? And you're never going to see it. It's a waste. And down here, I didn't put it because it's going to be under this. This is going to be glued to the bottom of the tank. And then in the tank, this is going to sit like this. Like this. As you can see, there's moss all over here. So it's just going to be like this. We're going to glue it. It's going to sit like this in the tank. And it's going to look pretty neat, I think. It's going to look real neat, actually. I think I like this little set. I will have a plant back here. I know I'm not doing it in a tank. That's in the next video. Installing it, and that'll be about it. I usually, it depends, but I'm going to probably install this piece, put in the substrate, and then put it in this. So I don't, if you put in the, actually I'll probably just anchor this piece, put substrate in, and then hide. It's much better. That way, I like to have substrate up to about 2-3 inches up the hide. That's how I do it. Some may do it different. I've never had anything mold, so I don't know. But alright guys, I can clean this mess up. Alright guys, I just basically glued the centerpiece in. See, centerpiece in, and then just put the substrate in. So the next part is the hide. I actually did find a plant off someone else's plant. I just clipped it. I'll show you in a minute. And what I don't put on top. Some people put it on top. I don't know. I don't do it. I dig where it's gonna go. There's another step I want to show you too. You're probably gonna have excess dirt. I always do. I don't dig till it's bare. I want to leave a little bit, but I want to put it underground. So dig a little crevice here where it's gonna sit. And you just gotta place it where you want it. I don't want it too much. I think like that would be perfect. What do you guys think? Yep, that looks good. Seam looks good. What I'll do then is hold that here. Take dirt. Not done yet. Shove it underneath. That'll actually hold it while you glue it. That's what the purpose of it is. Take my scoop here. I didn't have excess dirt on this one. I don't know if I'm going to put a plant in here yet or not. I need a little scoop. It makes it so much easier. It makes life easier in general doing that. I like to cover them up actually. I think they hold better humidity. And, you know, that's just me. Some people put them up in the air. It's just, I guess that's his preference. One thing, if the lid doesn't close, you can just trim it. Not a big deal. See, I don't even actually have to glue that. I'm not going to glue it. You don't need to. There's no need to. It's not where's it going to fall. It can't fall. Nowhere for it to fall. At least I haven't had one fall. Yeah, it's a good angle. You don't want it too straight up. I put it about 80 degrees, something like that. In the last video, I did not show The moss I use is, I know it's kind of close up. This is a block of moss. It's just like Ecoers. Take this little block, put it in a 20-gallon tote. I think add, what is it, 10.5 liters of water, something like that. It tells you on the package. And it's called forest moss, and it makes an unbelievable amount. You could do, I don't know, 40 enclosures with it. It's great stuff. But this is a potho plant. This is a clipping off a potho plant, and as you can see on the stem of the root, there's a little root here, and there's a root here. It will grow. I sometimes use fertilizer sticks, sometimes don't, but I think this would look good. Just give it some color back here. Basically, just place these wherever you want. This is like a leader. This is just goes in the ground, but this is the main root you want to plant right here. Sorry if you can't see, guys. My wife's usually here. She's in bed. It's about 2 in the morning. I don't know. I took off 4 months off work, so I'm going to be doing a lot more tutorials. Decided it's time for vacation. That's okay. Any of them like this, don't tear them off. Snip them. Just snip it off. That's fine. I think she'll appreciate some plants. So I'll put one in here. This is actually a hard place to put. I don't know why. There we go. Plant it in there. Now later, after this is in, this is a little vein. I don't know if you can see. Put that in there. It's a little root that was off the other part. It'll give her a little color. Now, if it doesn't stay right, just push it in the ground, put the substrate over it. That's what I do. And that'll grow in to where it needs to grow. I'm going to move the camera a little bit. Sorry guys. There we go. You kind of see what's going on. Zoom in. There you go. Looks, I mean, it's blurry, but it's because I can do. I'm getting a much better camera. This thing's getting thrown in the trash, or I'll give it to one of my subscribers. I don't care. Maybe I'll do a raffle. But that's pretty much it. I mean, honestly, next there's one other step I do. It's not necessary, really, on this one, I guess. Where this did come, I do this. The bottom. Actually, it's not even necessary on this. Never mind. The way I had it planted, this is covering it. The tree sloped. You take your brush, your basting brush, and makes it appear as the tree is coming out of the ground. That's pretty much it. This will be good for her for a few months, you know, until she molts again. And then I'll put her in a 10-gallon, and I can put another poking. I usually put mature males in 5 gallons, breeder females in 10 gallons, depending on the species. Ornata, Rufilata, I'll put in a 30 or 40 gallon, which is not needed, but I do it anyway. I like big tanks, just the way it is, but that's pretty much it. I mean, right there. And next video I'll be putting her in. That's the tank. I'm on a tripod. Actually, video is clearer than my wife holds it. I better not tell her that. But yeah, that's about it. Not too bad looking for a tank. Actually, I'm gonna take this off here so it gets blurry. No, I'm gonna take this off here so I can actually go in there. You can look at it from the side. It's not a bad looking tank, really. I mean, it'll do. This is what I'll put, like a juvenile female in, whatever. And a lot of people ask how I latch my plexiglass lids. It takes maybe 10 minutes to make. Alright, here it is, right here. This is angle iron. I drill holes here in the back. Pretty big size drill, but that is because you want when you put the glue comes through. It bonds the plastic, comes through the metal, and holds the metal on good. I can pick this tank up by it. If you don't do that, it'll pop off. These are picture hanger holders. These are picture hangers, and that little loop that comes down, I cut it off, and that's the hole. You just put a screw there, and look how easy. Boom, boom, done. Unlock it, done. That's pretty much it. And there's the tank, guys. Next one will be putting her in. Alright, guys. Alright, guys, here's the fun part, putting her in. She outgrew this cube, I can tell you that. There she is. She's got some color. Pretty girl. Doesn't have a white folio yet. She will have, though. She's not a full adult. She's only, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches. I don't know. I haven't measured her. I wish she wasn't where she was, but that's alright. I used to hand feed her. She's alright. She's She's not very aggressive at all. I'm not scared of her. I've held her many times. Come on, baby. She's a pretty girl, though, I think. She molted us a few days ago. She's hard enough, too. I mean, she's not in any danger. Yeah, I hate lights. They mess up the color of these teeth so bad. But everybody knows what P metallica looks like. I mean, it's pretty. They're pretty tea. See if I can get her to turn. Maybe see her just a little bit. I don't want to spook her too much. It's all new. Hey, sweetheart. Come on this way. Come on this way. Man, this light is terrible. Just take this off. There. That's actually better, I think. But no, it's not on macro either, though. That's alright. You get the idea. She's a pretty girl. I'll take a picture or two of her, but she's a pretty girl. Yeah, sometimes the light, yeah. You know. Hey, sweetheart. There she is. Yeah, she's got more color now. You just can't see it. It's weird. P metallica, you look from the back, they're kind of bland. When they look forward, oh man, they just look unreal. I think she'll do fine in there for a long while. Yeah, I don't think she's no 5 inches. I'd say 4. 4.25 maybe. So she got another 2 molts in here before she can be red. But as you can see, she still has a dark line on her abdomen. That doesn't mean anything. No, not at all. Yeah, that's about it. It hides a little big, but she'll go down in there, I'm sure. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed.